Have you ever noticed that when your dog is hurt, he comes to you? Most people assume that is just what dogs do. But that assumption is hiding something remarkable. Because every animal on this planet is hardwired to do the opposite, to conceal pain, to disappear when something is wrong, to never show weakness to anything that could use it against them. That instinct has kept animals alive for millions of years. And your dog overrides it, for you, every single time. The question nobody asks is why. Why you specifically? What your dog knows about you that makes him choose you over every survival instinct he was born with is something science only recently began to understand. And the answer will change the way you see every moment he has ever come to you. Your dog does not announce when something is wrong. He goes quiet. He slows down. He stops doing the things he normally does. And then, almost always, he finds you. He does not pace the house frantically. He does not scratch at the door. He locates you specifically, and he stays close in a way that feels different from his normal closeness. Most owners sense it immediately. Something is off. They just cannot always explain how they know. What researchers found when they studied this behavior is that dogs display a very specific pattern when they are in pain or distress. They suppress the visible signs. They hide the limp, the flinch, the whimper, as much as they can. But they do not hide from you. They move toward you even as they hide everything else. And that combination, concealing pain from the world while seeking out one specific person, is not random. It is one of the most deliberate things your dog will ever do. To understand why your dog brings his pain to you, you have to understand how strange that actually is. Humans are, statistically, the most dangerous species this planet has ever produced. We hunt animals. We displace them. We have reshaped every environment they depend on. Every wild animal alive today carries somewhere in its biology a response to human presence that defaults to one thing: get away. And yet, your dog does the opposite. When he is at his most vulnerable, when his defenses are lowest and his pain is highest, he moves toward the most dangerous predator on Earth and asks for help. That is not instinct in the simple sense. That is something that had to be built, something that had to be earned across thousands of years of shared history. And what built it is not what most people expect. Around 15,000 years ago, something began between dogs and humans that has no parallel anywhere else in the animal kingdom. Most people call it domestication. As if dogs were wild animals we brought under control. But that is not what happened. Dogs were not tamed. They were transformed. Generation by generation, the dogs who could read human emotion most accurately survived better. The dogs who could signal their own distress to humans and receive help in return lived longer and raised more offspring. Brian Hare, a cognitive scientist at Duke University, found that dogs have developed social intelligence specifically calibrated to humans that exceeds even our closest primate relatives. When you point at something, your dog follows your finger. A chimpanzee does not. A wolf raised entirely by humans does not either. Your dog does not just live beside you. His brain evolved to communicate with yours. And one of the most important things the communication was built to do is tell you when something is wrong. What emerged from that process was something far more unusual than obedience. Dogs became the only animal on Earth whose survival depended not just on understanding humans, but on being understood by them. There is a story that stays with me. A search and rescue worker in Colorado spent years working alongside her dog in the field. They had been partners for 6 years. He was trained, experienced, and physically strong. One winter, during a routine training exercise, he took a bad fall on icy ground and tore a ligament in his front leg. He did not cry out. He stood up. He put weight on the injured leg as if nothing had happened. But then he turned away from the trail, away from the other dogs, away from the exercise entirely. And he walked directly to her. He stopped in front of her and lifted the injured leg, just slightly, just enough. She said afterward that she had never been so clearly spoken to by an animal in her life. He had hidden the injury from everything around him, but he had shown it to her, not because he was trained to. They had never practiced that, because somewhere in 6 years of working beside her, he had learned something that no command had ever taught him. She was the one he could tell. Here is what science has found about why your dog brings his pain to you specifically. A study from Emory University found that a dog's owner's scent activates the reward center of the brain, the same system associated with safety, comfort, and positive anticipation. Not food, not another dog, you. Your presence alone changes what his nervous system does. It lowers cortisol. It slows his heart rate. It signals to his body that the threat level is low enough to stop hiding. And researchers studying canine attachment behavior found something that goes even further. Dogs do not seek out humans randomly when they are distressed. They seek out their specific person, the one whose patterns their nervous system has mapped completely, the one whose presence tells them, on a biological level, that they are safe enough to be honest. When your dog comes to you injured, frightened, or unwell, he is not just looking for help in the physical sense. He is doing something that took 15,000 years to become possible, choosing to be vulnerable in front of you. And that choice, for any animal, is never small. We always assumed our dogs came to us when they were hurting because they had nowhere else to go. But now you know what is actually happening. He has somewhere else to go. He always did. A corner of the house, a quiet room, a familiar hiding spot every dog knows by instinct. He chose not to go there. He chose you instead. Not because you are the safest option in a simple sense, but because somewhere in the years you have spent together, you became the one presence his nervous system trusts enough to be seen by, the one he does not have to hide from. Every animal on Earth conceals its weakness from the world. Your dog shows his to you, and that is not nothing. That is everything.